I have spent a lot of time playing RuneScape over the years. I first picked it up when I was 12 years old. That was 14 years ago. Since then, on my main account alone, I've put in over 2,000 hours. So when I recently decided to get into gaming content creation and got around to upgrading my computer, it was very easy for me to choose what game I wanted to focus my efforts on. RuneScape, of course. But what wasn't so easy to determine was which game mode to play, as RuneScape has many to choose from these days. But after much consideration, I decided that RuneScape 3 Ironman was the clear way to go for me. Now, more of RuneScape's audience is focused on old school these days, and I get it. It's familiar and nostalgic to a lot of older players of the game, such as myself. But for me, I prefer the updated graphics and combat system of RuneScape 3, as well as the more engaging PvM, although old school is catching up there. And the faster overall progression as well. I definitely don't have as much time to play video games as I used to, or as I would like to. And for those of you who do not know, Ironman basically means that I'll be playing RuneScape as if no other players exist, completely solo. This means no trades, no grand exchange, no group activities, no PvP. The idea here is that the standard RuneScape 3 experience is a little too easy and streamlined these days, so it's an easy way to introduce a higher degree of difficulty. I have to go gather all my own supplies for the crafting skills, for example. Let's see. Goals. I do have several long-term goals mapped out for myself, and I will be completing them in stages to keep from getting too burnt out on these major grinds. The first really big long-term focus that I have for the account is I plan on completing all of the game's quests and area achievements. I want a quest cape because a lot of the best training methods and high-level content in this game are locked behind quests, and because I've never had but always wanted a quest cape. And then after acquiring that quest cape, the area achievements will be really easy, and they provide some major quality of life improvements that definitely make them worth getting. The second phase of the account will be maxing. This is the highest tier goal that I will likely carry all the way through to completion, but I definitely will max on this account. After getting my quest cape, maxing shouldn't be too far off anyway, and it's another thing I've always wanted to do but never have, even with 2,000 hours played on my main. And the final phase of the account will be PvM. I really think it would be cool to deck an Ironman out with all kinds of neat high-level gear only obtained through slaying bosses and such. Now, I've never been much for grinding out a boss hours and days and weeks on end, so I probably won't be going after like every single item log the game has to offer. But I do have a few really cool pieces of gear in mind that I would really like to have on this account. So I'm excited to eventually get around to doing all of that as well. And with all that said, I think we're finally ready to get rolling. What you've been watching, by the way, in the background is just the first time I logged into the account and me setting up my interface and all that. I play RuneScape on an ultra-wide, and I like to have everything on display at once, but I know that can be cluttered for other people to watch. So I designed this with, you guys and myself in mind. So basically, this is what I'm looking at when I play, minus the black bars on the top and bottom, of course. On the right hand side, you'll see the prayers, the abilities, and some other miscellaneous stuff. And then over on the left, all the different chat interfaces. And then this is what you guys will see. Skills, quests, equipment, inventory, map, abilities. I think this looks pretty clean, but if there's anything you want to see added or removed, let me know and I'll consider it. And now that I've bored you with 5 minutes of exposition, it's time to actually play the game. First thing on the list, let them eat pie. It's a pretty easy quest, really fast to do, and it's right next to the starting area, so it's what we're going to do first. I am curious though, for those of you who have played this game, what was your first ever quest? I have a feeling that I know what it is for most of you older players, but let me know down below. And with that, we convinced that guy to give all the food to the refugees. Hooray us, merit points. And let's turn in this quest. There we have it. Let them eat pie. 1 down, couple hundred to go. But we also got our first couple levels. There's level 2, thieving and cooking. Man, that feels good. The progress is real. And it's time already for the first non-questing content of the series. We get to plant our first potatoes and do a little farming. I think the kids call this gains? I'm not really sure. The next quest I do want to do in this area though is Druidic Ritual, but I know we need a coin to catch the stonefish, so we gotta sell something off. How about this potato we got for free? Look at that, 4 GP. Wow, we're making all kinds of progress, guys. That's whew. You know, if you think you hate questing in this game, I would encourage you to slow down and read or listen to the dialogue over your next couple quests. Jagex really puts a lot of time and effort into it, and they're pretty funny usually. But that's the end of Druidic Ritual. We finished that one, and that brought us straight to, I think it's level 3, Herblore. Pretty nice. And here's a hot tip you probably heard before. You want to clean your herbs as soon as you get them before you put them in the bank. And if you have the vials of water, go ahead and make the unfinished potions too. You'll save yourself a lot of headache later, trust me. But also, level 4 Herblore. And I went ahead and did Wolf Whistle while I was in the area as well. It's another one of these introduction to the skill quests. Get you straight to level 4 summoning and provides 275 gold charms, which are pretty awesome. That's a lot of Dreadfowl pouches as soon as I can gather the chickens and the GP to make them. And that's all the quests I want to do in this area for now. I do want to come back soon for a Shadow over Ashdale, but first I'm going to get a couple combat levels and a weapon, since that quest does involve killing a couple monsters. So I teleported to Lumbridge using the Lodestone network, and I'm going to do a Blood Pact. It's really quick as well, of course, and it gives some combat XP and a weapon for each one of the fighting styles. I like how this chick asks for your help, and then as soon as you agree, she gets one hit into oblivion. And then you have to go deal with these cultists by yourself. The NPCs in this game are never helpful. Oh, alright, yeah, just continue to attack me after you go down. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you know what, just for that?
Fatality.
Alright, I saved the lady and completed the quest. That's worth level 2 in every combat skill and some starter weapons. Totally worth. I noticed Xenia was able to get out of the crypts just fine on her own though. Whatever. Hey there guys, I just wanted to jump in here real quick and say thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a like if you're enjoying it so far. With a new channel like this one, every like goes a very long way. Also, I have all my other social media linked below, including my Twitch channel, where I will be live streaming most of this account's progression going forward. That's all I wanted to say. Let's get back to the video. Hey, look at that. That guy just completed Blood Pack 2. Hi, newbie friend. There he goes. Saved him. Very nice. Now we just have to use up these rewards and that'll get us level 9 prayer. Which is awesome. A nice quick boost there. I think I'm going to take a quick run north and help Fred shear his sheep next. And sheep shear is just a mini quest, but it's on the list. Alright, here we go, Fred. Wait, what? Since when does Fred only want black wool? Well, I guess this is why you read. And we're back. Alright, there we go. He's happy enough about that. Quest complete. That's level 3 crafting, and I have some wool banked in case I need it. Good enough, I suppose. Now I bet this was the first quest that most of you completed in RuneScape. I know for sure it was the first quest I ever completed when I first started playing. This one's so nostalgic for me. And because we completed it so early, we even got a couple free cooking levels out of it. Not bad. I'm also going to take all these supplies, because, you know, they might come in handy, and Ironman. And finally, I'm going to finish out this episode by turning in Myths of Whitelands. It's the last beginner quest I'm going to do in Lumbridge for now, because I don't feel like doing the Easter quest at the moment. I put the lamp into magic and got from level 2 all the way to level 7. Magic is definitely the first combat skill I'm going to be focusing on, as it's super helpful for quest bosses and such, and level 55 unlocks high alchemy, which is a great way to make money on an Ironman. Also, never forget to talk to Jack again after you turn in the quest. He gives you another 5k because he's able to sell the Yeti Dung to an apothecary, because apparently Yeti Dung is a potion ingredient. And that's it. That's all I have for you for now, guys. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified next time I post a progress video. And you'll want to do that. I do get more than questing done next time, but it's mostly just quests.